Hi there, folks. Today I'm going to be doing a showcase of what I've been working on in Unreal Engine 5. Recently I've been working with the AI and behavior trees. It's my first time really diving into it, and I'm really excited, so let's go ahead and get started and see what's going on. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit of what's going on here. Let's go ahead and add the debug mode. So this is our NPC patrolling AI. So his basic thing is to walk around the area, follow his path, and when he reaches the end of it, which that's the last node over there, oop, you just saw me, he'll walk back to the beginning there. So, some of the basic senses that I have set up for him is sight, as you can see. He went ahead, right? One of the first things he does, right, is he'll go ahead and start looking around for the player when he sees you. If he loses track of you, he'll wander around, I think, 4 times to check the area around it, see if he can find you, and if he can't, he'll go back to his path. One of the other things that he has is hearing. I think he just saw me, so he might do that first. Let's do... oh. Hearing. Yep. Oh, I got too close. Let's go ahead and reset this. So, if I go ahead and step back here and land here, he'll hear that, and I have his range currently set as just everywhere, just for testing. So he'll hear that, come around, look at it, and see, is there anything here? And if he doesn't find anything, then he'll go back to his patrol path. Let's go ahead and bring him back over here, and maybe we can take a look behind as he... oop. Well, let's go ahead and start looking at the behavior tree, because those are the big things right now. Oh, one last thing, actually. So he also has a bit of a melee. The color changes to kind of show his cooldown for that. The animation that I did with that was kind of fun, because I went ahead and kind of sort of combined a bunch of different things. Did a montage, which I had a lot of fun doing. It was pretty cool. So let's go ahead and dig into the behavior tree, and we'll sort of take that step by step. So this is the first ever behavior tree I've done. The 2 basic sections that we have here is this side is if we cannot see the player, and this side over here is sort of a combination if we can see the player or we have just lost sight of the player. So if we can't see the player, well, what we're going to do first, right, is come over here. The first check we have is for audio stimulus, right? If he hears something, which currently in the builds, the only thing that he can hear is us landing on the ground. So I added a little node here to notify, right? Trigger his auditory senses on the landing animation. So when that happens, he's going to go ahead and rotate to face where that noise was, move to that location, wait a couple seconds there, see if he sees anything, hears anything. Like, for instance, if you jump around more, he'll follow you. And if he doesn't see anything, then he'll just clear the blackboard value, it'll be gone. And he'll continue doing what he normally does, which is this here. So this is the patrol path sequence. So I have it's right here in the NPC patrolling. We go ahead and give it the patrol path. In that, it has received all of the nodes and all that stuff, which we can take a look at that right here. The patrol path holds an array of vectors, like in our area. We have a boolean just to tell us if it's looping or not. We have a wait time to say, hey, this is how long you should wait at each position. So from that, we put that into here, and we boot it out over here to essentially go, hey, where's the next point? Move to that point, wait there, and then either increment to the next point or decrement. You can sort of mess around with this a little bit. The way I have it set up, as you saw in the beginning, is that he will go through the path and then go backwards through it and come back out the front, I think. So a big important thing is that we don't set the patrol path as looping on for that, because then he will go to the very beginning and just get stuck there. But it was very fun to debug that and figure out what was going on with that. I liked it a lot. So, the other major branch we have here is if it can see the player. So, what we have here is the chase sequence. I have it so that if we have a sight on the player, we then start the chase sequence, rotating to face them, which I did this mostly for the melee attack that was going on here, because occasionally you would get into range and he would start melee attacking, but he would be facing away from you, which didn't work right. So, just a real basic move to them. Have it changing to back to his red material here, and when he attacks, it changes to that blue material. And I have it as a parallel because you kind of want them to happen at the same time, because it'd be really awkward for the sequence to be I move to the player, I stop moving, I attack and like stand still if my player's running away. I stand still, they keep moving, and I attack air. So I wanted to make it happen at close to the same time. The last sort of section over here is if he loses sight of the player, we want to move to the last known location, which was that green orb that we saw in the demo. That goes ahead and says, hey, let's go over there. Maybe he's nearby. So once we are there, we clear the blackboard value, and then we loop 4 times to search around the area. So within 400 units, we walk around and go, is he ever here? We wait a couple seconds. Is he here? Wait a couple seconds. To sort of just show you everything else we have going on. I showed you pretty much everything that was here. We have just a really simple thing so that we can target the mesh. That was with the changing what color he was when he was attacking. We have... Alright, this is the fun section. So for his AI, we have the begin play where I set up his AI, just basic stuff. Going through here, setting value as float, all that fun stuff. And then we have the perceptions, which is my favorite part. So his sight sense is this here, where we have a stimulus that we're looking for. Originally we had an actor that I was looking for to work on that, but that's been depreciated. Checking for his sight sense, and we're just essentially going through here to see, is it first player, right? If it is, continue on. If it isn't, back out. And when we lose sight of him, right, we want to know his last known location. So for handling the sound, there's the sound sense, where we essentially go, hey, did you hear something? Which I mentioned before. We go ahead and on the landing animation, we just add a little thing there. It makes a little noise. I had also started the damage sense, which should just be the same thing of if you receive a damage message, turn around and look where you got the damage from. The other thing that I thought was really cool was just making his little attack animation. Manny, right, and Quinn don't have attack animations by default, but they do have jump animations. And I wanted something where they moved their arms enough that it looked like they were maybe attacking. So what I did is I created a montage, set it only to keep track of the upper body. Then we go ahead and come into the animation sort of section over here. We cache the default kind of stuff that's going on. And when we come up on that sort of attack, we do a layered blend bone so that it will keep running, but it'll move its arms like it's jumping to look like it's attacking. And that's kind of everything. So I hope you had fun, and can't wait to make more AI. This has been absolutely fantastic. Just the tools that are in Unreal Engine have just been, oh gosh, so much beyond everything else that I've done. So thank you so much for your time, and hope you have a good rest of your day.